just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless. So when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Collective, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please give me a like, share, subscription, follow, so that way you know when I go live. When I'm live around these parts. Oh, you know what? Dang on it. Hello, hello, hello. Let me be the one to go get my stuff before we get done. I forgot my daggone clicker. I forgot my stuff. Yes, Lord. Alrighty. I got it. And I got it. And I got it. And I got it. And I had to get my mouse. Oh. I don't know how I came without that, but guess what? Had to go get it. And period. So we got the mouse. We got the mouse in the house. Alright. We got the mouse. Cause I needed it. Hey. I took it upstairs yesterday because I was trying to stream from my computer. But for some reason, the intranet yesterday was definitely not intranetting, all right? It was totally doing some weird stuff that I didn't understand. Mind you, the strange thing is when I left my house to go somewhere else, all of a sudden, all of my bars came back up. So something is doing that weird thing again at my house, like I told y'all before, that had me extremely PO'd. It's like my signal to my internet is being blocked here, and I don't know what that's about. So I ended up going away from the house, and all of a sudden my phone started saying it was on 5G, but it was still being extremely weird during uploads. So yesterday I was trying to upload. It was almost giving me like radio silence for a day or something. But either way, I've been having a good day. I was having a good day yesterday. I was having a good morning when I woke up because I got love on my mind. I got love. Mind you, love for myself because I ain't even with nobody. Let me let you know because your girl, I've been actually very extremely pleased. And just so y'all know, everything may not, be going the way that I wish for it to go. But honestly, even in my system, I'm just kind of like, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. And, as long as I don't lose me, then I still got everything. So, with that being said, ain't nobody going to break my stride. Can't nobody slow me down. Y'all, I be singing stuff. I be singing the wrong words and everything. But I just made up some stuff. And them still my words. I mean, I be knowing what the songs be saying sometimes. But I don't like how they be saying what they be saying. Or, it just don't flow with the tune that I gave it. Maybe the tune could be off. Either way, I woke up very happy. Very excited for today. Very excited for the world. And then these are the songs. So, take it how it resonates for you. But then I got another one. If I rule the world, I love them, baby. I free all my sons. Black diamonds and pearls. Oh, shit. Either way, I'll be having tunes, y'all. I love them, baby. But yeah, I woke up in a very great mood. So it says life lessons they never teach you. Be careful who helps you gain independence. It's about having discernment. Because a lot of people will come along and they'll say, let me help you. Let me show you the way. Let me teach you. Teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. Teach me how to love. How I can get my emotions involved. Because you know, people be like, you're too emotional, or you're so emotional. Mind you, emotions are my superpower. Emotions are your superpower. It means you can feel something in the world. Whether or not it be happiness, hurt, joy. Let's see what emotions mean. All right, but anyway, it says life lessons. Nobody. That is not what it said. So apparently, dyslexic. Clicking in, checking in. I ain't dyslexic. I don't stutter. Um. So take it how it resonates, cause I be saying what I be saying. Mind you, I can't even stutter because I speak too fast. So when I start stuttering, guess what? You know, it be that nigga that be close that be stuttering. Period. You know, trying to bigger my energy, showing up. But I ain't saying nothing though. Hey y'all, we like it here. How I can get my emotions involved. All right, we're going to copy this shit right here. I'm going to not cuss today. Hopefully, prayerfully. Charge it to my head, not my heart. You know, I'm going to try. All right. How I can get my emotions involved. All right, I don't want you there, and I also don't want you here. So y'all go on and get off my screen because you're trying to bother me. Sorry, the files you have requested do not exist. Well, that means that maybe they're I was gonna say inaccessible, but the word I was getting ready to use was unacceptable. All right, so maybe it might be unacceptable. Either way, it's inaccessible. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in here. It's a long stroll down a winding road. Y'all been making up songs all day. Don't even ask me what that's about. Mind you, I was standing up there brushing my teeth, right? And literally my whole back got cold. Like, literally. So I don't know what that was about either, but, you know. And then I hear the word is possession. It could be like possessed or I own you. Take it how it resonates. So we're going to put this in here too. Possession meaning. What does that mean? I like looking up words, y'all, even though I know the words. Because I need to know what it means in so many different languages and ways. Spiritually, language, you know, because like house. House is like your body, your zodiac sign, or your physical house. So possession, you know, because people be swearing I be possessed over and over again. But then I was watching this thing, and it was talking about when the lady that kept following the two, whatever they were, I don't want to call them prophets, but she was following them, and she kept saying that they are followers of Jesus, right? And then it was saying something about how she was the lady that was doing like tarot and this, that, and the third, and then the people got mad. But anyway, the thing that, you know, got me was, why would they have gotten mad, angry to the point that, because if all she said was this, I don't know, it don't matter, you know, take it how it resonates, whatever is whatever. So possession means ownership, control, or being under the influence of something. The exact meaning depends on the context. So the general meaning is having or owning something. Example, she is in possession of the house. Legal meaning, having control over something, whether you own it or not. Like, you know, I own you, you mine. And it keeps being a thing of the aggression that keeps coming out. Like, people be thinking they own stuff. Meanwhile, she ain't your bitch. She ain't your, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the song said, but that's the song. That's what keeps showing up on my thing. I don't even know who's singing the song, but that's what he was saying. She ain't your bitch. And I'm trying to figure out, like, why this song keep popping up and where y'all people come from. But songs just be popping up randomly out of nowhere. Although I did put that with, did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Anyway, cut it off. Chop that shit right off. Anyway, possession of a property or possession of illegal substances. All right. So it's like spirits, like when you be drinking and drugging, and then all of a sudden you got taken over. So, you know, I don't do none of that. So do with that what you will. Anyway, I'll be high off life because I'm happy. Leave me alone. I'm happy. You wanna argue. You know what I'm saying? It be like that. Like they need to invoke something in you so bad to make you feel a certain type of way. But meanwhile, you just over here happy go lucky, chilling, living your best life, or the life that you have been bestowed, the life that has been bestowed upon you. But people be upset. Right? Um She said, Charity Whistler said, low quality happiness. You see how they come in? They be so mad. Why it have to be low quality, Charity? Because you said so? Because you showed up and you just announced yourself? Mind you, or oh, it say Clarity Whistler. What's wrong with these people? Either way, spiritual religious meaning. You can go ahead and state whatever else you're gonna say before I say what I'm gonna say to you next, because I want to make sure that I'm picking up what you're putting down before I give you what I'm gonna give you. All right. So I don't want to read it wrong because I feel like you came in projecting because you mad. That's what I feel like. But go ahead, go ahead with your next move. Pull the trigger. Go ahead. So that way we can go ahead and get you right. Because I already told y'all, this is not the time, okay? And period. All right? It's not your moment to shine. So do with that information what you will. Being controlled or influenced by a spirit, force, or mindset. All right? So that was what they were saying about the lady. Then the next thing was spiritual possession refers to a person being overtaken by something, not of their own will. All right. Then it is being consumed or dominated by a thought, emotion, or desire. He was possessed by anger because it'd be like that. They be mad. And then they be wanting to come in and project because they don't like seeing, all my beautiful teeth that are mine. It's probably somebody sitting behind a screen like toothless as fuck, mad because they didn't brush them. Everybody has the, same 24 hours in a day. And whatever you do with your time and whatever I do at my time, it's two different things. But you can't be mad at me because I took the opportunity to whip out a toothbrush and happiness this morning. But somehow they find that upsetting. you know. Either way, the next one is biblical context, which is, no, we're going to do psychological first. Emotional meaning. Being consumed or dominated by a thought, emotion, or desire. Because, I be in these people's brains so much, they just be pressed. Anyway, and so biblical context now, to take hold of, inherit, or be overtaken by something. So can be a positive meaning, possessing the land, receiving what God promised, or negative, being possessed by uncertain spirits, unclean spirits. Root word is Latin, so let's look up the etymology before we go into that. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm happy. Leave me alone. Etymology of possession. Correct spelling traces back to the idea of holding, occupying, and controlling. It's a Latin word, possessio, something, taking possession and ownership. All right, so it could be taking ownership of something too. That's accountability. All right, so there's that. Why is this not working? something going on with these things right here right now. Because what is up? This. So I don't know what's up with that, but my little doohickeys over here don't want to work. It also says to sit in power over something, to occupy or hold firmly, ownership or control, legal custody or control, um, being overtaken or controlled by, spiritually or mentally. At its root, possession is not just ownership, it implies authority, dominance, and residence. That's why spiritually and psychologically, possessions mean something dwells in you and governs you. Yeah, God. And then y'all people be mad because, you know what I'm saying, I won't let y'all just say what y'all gonna say or do what you gonna do, because guess what? Not in my space. It's just like the people. Y'all remember when MySpace was out and it was your area. But mind you, this the thing. It be so many people want to advance over your area, and then they be mad at you when you stand your ground. Like, first and foremost, you could have stayed wherever you were and nobody asked you to bring your 2 cents over here, you know, talking and saying whatever it is that you're saying. But then you get mad at me when I pop off in the direction of, you know, don't start and I won't be none. Why you drag your ass over here? And then you got mad because I drug you back across that line that, you know, you felt like you wanted to cross. Well, you had the option and opportunity to, you know, have some discernment. This is the thing. Your test, your pathway. Your test and your pathway said, should I say it? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? And then something in you rose up and it said, go over there and say something. Because, you know, you didn't hear the other thing saying you could potentially mind your business. Like, ain't nobody hurting you. And, you know, she just over there doing whatever she doing, singing, dancing, laughing, being happy. But no, you got to figure out how to steal joy. And then you realize that it was mine and you can't steal it. You can't touch it. And so after I do what I'm going to do, and then something start happening, then you be trying to say, see, look at how they responded. Well, see, look at how you asserted yourself. Why is it that people never take accountability for the advancement? Because again, this is my space. And everybody else has the, you know, right to, you know, scroll, move aside, get out of my way, shut the hell up, do whatever it is you wish to do in your own space. But people always be trying to feel like, just because I showed up to the internet, oh, let's go mess with this person. Let's go, you know, state our opinion. And you can. You can state your opinion in your own space. You're not allowed to come over here and say it, because it's like when people call you on the phone and people be like, trying to be aggressive with you, right? On the phone and the bills for something that you pay for. And see, one thing about me is I know that because I pay for it, I don't gotta hear you talk. I'll hang up on your ass, or I won't answer for you, or I won't respond, because I'm allowed to do that. Mind you, I've been doing it for a very, very long time. Like, my own family know. My mom know, my dad know, everybody know. I'll go on and get. Because I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to act like I like you. Mind you, I love them, so just imagine what the rest of y'all gonna get. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to like you. I don't have to be around you. I don't have to. I don't have to interject in myself and interject me into anything that I know is not going to profit me nothing. It's only going to bring stress, animosity. Mind you, God said I don't got to sit under y'all and in the council of, beside nobody, none of that. I'm not God. I got to do what I need to do with my life, and you have to do what you have to do with your life. And again, even me coming to the internet, oh, sorry, y'all. Even in me coming to the internet, Facebook, I ain't mean to drop y'all like that. Even in me coming to the internet was for me. Because I was going through whatever I was going through, and I needed to talk it out. And because, you know, when I went to therapy and things of that nature, I end up therapying the therapist every time. And what I'm paying you for to talk to you about your shit. Like, I came in here to talk to you about me, and then here we go. Now you got problems. But y'all ain't no therapists need therapy too. Anyway, long story short, that's how it always. How are you doing whatever you're doing when you're not doing it? It's just a weird little thing happening right here, right now. It's turned on, but mind you, it is just being weird. Um, but it's been a Okay, there she go. Cause it's saying it got 61, but mind you, why you acting like you are dead? So now my little fan, y'all, this little fan come in a clutch too, just so you know. And I know I just went left, but I need to figure out what's wrong with her because I like this little fan. Maybe it's acting like it's locked up or something. But anyway, yeah, that's what people do. So here's life lessons. Like, you know, it's called Independence Day, I guess, for a reason. It's your own independence when you know, checking out and doing whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. And it's like one of those things where, you know, the baby bird, it's time for you to fly. You can now leave the nest. You don't have to be here. You can, you know, go on and get. So life lessons they never teach you. Be careful who helps you gain independence, right? It's one of those things like also I got taught, you know, growing up and being out taking drinks and things of this nature. Dudes will send you drinks at the club, right? But meanwhile, it's one to, you know, kind of get you tipsy, and then two, you got to watch, you know, who's sending what anyway, right? But a long time ago, I learned I don't want you sending me drinks. Mind you, a nigga told me this too at one given time. Don't take drinks from nobody because it's like they're making payments for, you know, I can come and talk to you, I can have access to you, I can, you know, whatever, right? And so when I would be out and, you know, doing whatever I would be doing and somebody's sending me drinks, I have my own money. I don't need you to pay for nothing. So if I send it back, it wasn't being disrespectful or any of that. It was, I don't want you feeling like you can buy me. I'm not for sale. So sometimes people feel like if they help you, it is, you know, putting something into their bucket in order for, you know, for a future date. Well, this is where we have to make things clear. Because just because you do something for me, don't mean I owe you nothing. Unless it's in a contract and it says for me to be able to do this and you're going to be able to do this, and then I'm not entering into that, because whatever it is that if you're claiming that you're going to help somebody do something, then you're helping them. You don't go into it with ulterior motives, but a lot of people do. And so it's a quality, it's I don't know where the quality came from. Well, quality or quantity, whatever, that's the amount, the goodness. I don't know, but either way, for their benefit, all right? So life lessons they never teach you. This points to a real world wisdom learned through experience, not school. It signals insight that comes from trials, observation, and maturity. Knowledge most people only gain after consequences. Like, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? So for the fact that I isolated myself, I started that very, very long ago, right? But it could also come with the fact that I have always been my own help, right? Later on, it ended up being that when I needed other people to help, I didn't know how to ask anybody for help. But mind you, I've been very much independent for a very long time. I was the helper. So when people started doing it, I didn't know how to accept it. But this is the thing: in order to be, you know, balanced, you got to have balance. So you got to learn how to do everything, give, receive, equally, right? That keeps everything in balance. Yes and no, everything in balance. Go and stop, everything in balance. And that's one of the things. But be careful who helps you gain independence. This one's that not everyone who helps you break free is helping you become free. Some helpers want control, not your growth. And this is the thing, because once upon a time, a person tried to help me, right? But mind you, it was a backhanded help. It was a secret. I'm going to help this person do this. So what the person was teaching me how to fish, right? But mind you, they were surprised that I asked. So a person was at one point in time going to give me $14,000. And so instead of me asking for the $14,000 or getting the $14,000, I asked for the thing that they were going to sell to give me the $14,000. So this person was going to sell a truck to give me $14,000. Just because, you know, they love me and they have been paying my bills for 2 years, right? And so I questioned if I could have the truck. I would rather have the truck. The person looked at me and they said, "Why do you want the truck?" Well, I see everything that you do and I see how much money can be accumulated in trucking. So I would rather have the truck, because for not for nothing, if they sold the truck and gave me the $14,000 for me just to have to pay my bills and for me just to live on, then where is the money going to come from after the fact? So I chose that option. Person looked at me surprised and everything else, and they was like, "Sure, I wasn't expecting that, but okay." So the person takes and signs that title over and they give me the truck. I get online, I go to Federal Motor Carrier, and I go ahead and fill out my Federal Motor Carrier. I didn't get anybody to help me. I filled it out myself because I can read well. And so when you read well, you fill out step by step. So then I waited. And so as, you know, everything was happening, I was making moves between Dallas and coming to Georgia. But meanwhile, I'm doing my own paperwork, my own everything. Mind you, it was just me and my two boys at the time, nobody else. I had been watching a person. I had actually started doing a person's paperwork for them because the person that was doing the paperwork kind of, you know, exited stage left. And so now I'm learning how to be in trucking. All right. So mind you, this was 2011, 2012, because that's when I moved here. And so, during that time, now I have a truck and now I got to figure out what to do. So now the person's excited because they're saying, you know, I can't believe you took that route, that's what you would rather do. Most people would take the $14,000, especially bitches anyway. So, you know, of course they would take the $14,000 and, you know, go in and get, but I didn't want to do that. So I took the vehicle and then my motor carrier got approved and then I got insurance and then, you know, life started. I became a business owner, a trucking company, right? Is what I ended up establishing. So in the process of that, because now this person sees that I have gusto and hustle and this, that, and the third, then they start showing me a whole lot more stuff, right? So anyway, by the time my actual DOT and everything came through, I had 7 trucks. I had multiple drivers. But because now this person that has been helping me, mind you, just so y'all know, the deal was when I moved from Dallas to Georgia, I was moving by myself with my 2 boys. Somehow between the thought process and me getting here, the person, all of a sudden now they decided that they're living with me. That wasn't the way it was supposed to go. But, you know, I didn't say anything because be careful who gives you independence. All right. Anyway, long story short, the person now lives with me. I'm gonna cut this story like way short because literally you can go find it. It's on YouTube some damn where. All right. Cutting it way short. After I got moved into position from Dallas to Atlanta to Georgia, in my area where I'm at now, all of a sudden the person switched up on me because, you know, for 2 years, a person paid all of my bills. Literally. Mind you, I was doing, I was a licensed medical assistant, right? For a very long time. And I just haven't reapplied yet. So I don't even know if it's something that I still want to do. But I could apply and have that back again. Anyway, and as I was there, doing what I was doing, didn't really have to see the person, didn't have to lay with the person, you know, really too much unless I wanted to, basically. And the person basically said that God told them to help me. God told them to help me. Teach and don't touch, right? That's what they told, that's what they said. long story short, the person started wanting to touch. And it could have been my own fault, but you know, again, God told him, teach and don't touch. God didn't tell me that. God just said, move over here. I'm going to change your life. And this is what's about to happen. So when I moved over to Dallas for God to change my life, I happened to be riding along in my car, and this is how I met this person. I have driven 24 hours, and mind you, I had done it so many times. So my family was always afraid because I would pick up and I would just go anywhere, like literally all by myself. By myself. I'm a girl. Not one of them people to say I'm by myself and then it'd be a team of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was literally one person in a car with me. I used the map to cross state to state to state. And so a lot of people don't even know how to use a map because now they use GPS. But at that time, it was me, my Honda Accord, and a road map on my front seat. And so I had taken my boys to Dallas. They were staying with my dad. Mind y'all, let me tell y'all how my dad called me yesterday, right after I got offline, and told me that he loved me. Mind you, my mom just called me before I got on here and told me that they love me. Mind you, I love my mom and dad, just so y'all know. And this is why I'm telling y'all, like, when you have even just a prayer, like even when you're trying to figure out your own journey, because even though I am the way that I am, I have been that way forever, to the tune of my family will say, you know how she is, just give her her time. Like, I've always just been a free spirit to the wind, right? Me and God, just so y'all know. I say things to people, and later on they'll call me and say, you were the only person that told me that. You were so honest, brutally honest, to the point where, you know, some people be wanting to punch me in the mouth, but if you do, you know, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. And I'm loving light, but I like to fight too. So I did have to go to anger management at one point in time. So I'm very honest about everything, right? Just so everybody knows. But I always been to the win. Anyway, so I happened to fall asleep in my car. Never did this. I could drive 24 hours and not, like, I put in work. Like, I just be listening to me music, and I have my car. This is how I ride. It would be like 90 degrees. I would have on a tank top and shorts and my windows up, and it's music. Like, nothing but music, and I'm 95. Like, wherever the thing is, I'm just out. This particular time, and this is why I said it wasn't nothing but God intervening anyway, I felt exhausted. And so I pull over to a truck stop, and that's one thing. Young girls, if you're traveling, always stay to the light. Don't exit off of nowhere, because this was always my rules. Stay to where I could always see the highway, and never ever talk to strangers. But somehow, stranger danger, here we are. I fell asleep in the car and didn't realize that a person had been watching me the whole entire time. I was just knocked out. By the time I get up and I get ready to get on the highway, now this person is following me, but I'm thinking something's wrong with my car. Lo and behold, they was just trying to pull me over. This person starts talking to me, and I've never done this in my life, but for some reason, this particular moment, it was almost like God intervening, because this person pulls me over. We start talking. I call my mom. I call my dad. Both of them heard this man, got their ID, everything. This man puts my car on the back of his truck. I got in this man's truck, and I went to sleep. Well, we went to lunch first, but then, you know, something else. But anyway, long story short, none of this, don't ever do this in life. But, you know, again, I would never do this in life, but somehow this happened. I fell asleep. By the time I woke up, this person was taking my car off the ramp and putting me in position in Maryland. So from wherever we met, Louisiana, Texas, somewhere, Arkansas, this person put my car, loaded my car on, transported my stuff. Mind you, it was great for me because it took me not being able to have all the miles. My car was, at that time, I had a green Acura RL. Y'all, I love the square bodies, right? 4-door sedan. That was my baby. Anyway, long story short, now this is the same person, so in case y'all don't know, my mom, my dad threatened this nigga, had his ID and everything. But just so y'all know, even the fact that this man gave me his ID was not legitimate. His birthday, somehow this nigga had a real live ID with the strip, everything. And later on, I ended up helping him untangle the ID mess. But somehow, this dude had lived this whole entire, and mind you, this nigga was, I think, 5, 10 years older than me too. They all be older than, so here it's more grooming, just so y'all know. So this is why I'm telling y'all, when I be saying stuff to y'all girls, I done been groomed like many times. Mind you, also even in the awareness, knowing that it's happening, and God literally telling me, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to these people. But in the end, when everything gets uncovered, this is the reason why God told me not to say nothing. Anyway, long story short, because it always works out in my favor in the end. Because these people be manipulative, and they start off, God said to help you, this, then, and the third. Don't know why they start off with that, but, maybe it's their test, and it's also my test to see if I can shut the hell up. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, for 2 years, this person, put me, because what was supposed to happen was I was supposed to go to Dallas and go into the military. I was going into the Army under food. I was supposed to be the like the FDA person or something, where you go to different cafeterias and things of that nature, is what they was trying to do. But when my first thing that I was wanting to do was, because I was in medical assistant, I wanted to do nurse practitioner. So that's what I was supposed to be doing. But then something, they switched up something, and then all of a sudden they wanted me to go and check cafeterias, this, that, and a third. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do nurse practitioner, because what I knew was that when I got out of the military, I could take that and I would get paid. So I wanted something in medical. That's not what they wanted to do. So this is also part of the story. So my boys were staying there with my dad, and I was supposed to enter into, because I had been already checked and everything, just so y'all know, and getting ready to go that way. This person that I meet along the road now detours me. I didn't mean to spit. They detoured me, because what they said was, you don't need to go in the military. You need to be around your boys. You need to take care of your kids. And me being a person that I wanted to take care of my kids, it's just that I didn't have any help at the time, and I was trying to, well, I'm gonna say it wasn't that I didn't have help, because y'all hear I had help. My dad was taking my kids, but I wanted to be able to fix my life in order for me to be able to support them and take care of what I needed for them. So I chose, I was going to go in the military to do that, because that's what they were offering, right? And at this time I was a little older, because this is the last 2 kids. My oldest 2 kids was in Delaware. All right, so anyway, this person tells me, you don't need to do that. But mind you, I already got the medical assistant. I just graduated from there. When I moved to Dallas, I had a job paying $25 an hour. I was doing traveling medical assistant for a company. Mind you, I love the lady, still is, she follows me. I had the best manager. Anyway, so the person says, you don't need to go in the military. Watch your kids, do that. Find you a house. I'll take care of it. So long story short, I ended up finding an apartment. The apartment that I found was in Lancaster. Didn't like it because when I moved to Texas, I didn't realize there was a thing that they call a water bug. It's a fucking cockroach to me, because I'm from Delaware. So when you see anything this big, I'm not used to shit this big. And when they say everything's big in everything is big in Texas, they ain't never lied, because everything is big in Texas, okay? Mind you, this is the second time I moved to Texas, because the first time it was in a different area my dad and them stayed in. Anyway, so moved to Lancaster, tornado hit. I've never been in the middle of a tornado. Like, soon as I get to Dallas, everything is different, because this is a whole new environment, whole new area. I'm from the East Coast. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have, all this other stuff. They might now, but we didn't have that then. So, got over there, this stuff is happening, person disappears, right? But I now have this house. They made sure that I have enough money, but I don't like it there, because I've never lived in a place that had cockroaches and things of that nature, like this. Now, I done seen a roach or 2 or 20 or 100,000, but not no big ass cockroach, and I'm not living there. So anyway, long story short, the person now, they got locked up. Mind you, I'm not questioning why a truck driver is getting locked up, which I should have questioned why a truck driver was getting locked up. Anyway, now this person is also talking me through, because now my children's father, it's a lot happening, and he shows up. Somehow I end up with a charge and I get locked up because, let me tell you why. Long story short, he shows up, and this is why you have to be careful when people from, when God's saying leave people where they are. Because remember I said I was a medical assistant, right? You can't have any charges in the medical field. So anyway, this nigga shows up, brings his ass from fucking Delaware all the way to Texas. Supposedly, we get ready to start a whole nother life. We changing this, that, and the third. So there's a lot of stories transpiring. So it's all over the place. Timeline could be crazy, okay? But all these things happened. Anyway, so when he comes, he's staying at my dad's house, because we're still at my dad's house. So this is the beginning before I even moved out and all that. So I have to tell y'all this because it all plays a part. Anyway, long story short, he brings his ass out there. But mind you, he's still talking to the girl that he's talking back to in Delaware. His mom, which is, a whole nother thing to question. And everybody is getting him to talk to this girl that's back there. By the time I figure out, I goes out, I'm over it, I'm done. I goes out to have fun with somebody, a girl that I had met, and they had, some niggas and stuff there. So I start talking to one of the other niggas, because if you talking to the bitch, then I could talk to the niggas. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to not do that. Anyway, I comes in the house. Now, this nigga's always been passive aggressive, because this is that type of nigga. When I get to the bedroom, because I had been out not even paying him no mind, he's kind of like bumping me, like, pushing me. I'm telling him, stop. I literally just came in the house. I ain't got time for, all the foolishness. I ain't got time. Anyway, so in front of everybody else, he's not doing anything. But when I move around and it's just me and him, he's pushing and, putting his hands in places. I spazzed, okay? Because I done had enough. So when I spazzed, he now done acting like I done, committed a felony in this bitch. Mind you, at that point in time, I had not. But now my dad and them are realizing we're having an interaction. By the last push, I blacked, and I commenced to basically trying to rip his head off his shoulders, okay? Don't make it right, but guess what? Yup, did. Because what you're not going to do is keep trying to put your hands on me, and then you trying to act like it's my fault when nobody's looking. Or when everybody's looking, it's my fault. But when nobody's looking, he's agitating, right? Anyway, so the police get called. My dad's wife calls the police. As the police are on the phone, good morning, son. As the police are on the phone, all they hear is my dad physically trying to get me off. And my dad's like, by the time everything was done, my dad was laughing. He's like, you strong as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so my dad is trying to get me off of him. I'm basically just, going crazy in this bitch. She's on the phone, so they only hear me saying whatever I'm saying, because I was trying to, like, listen. And I'm not sorry. I don't apologize for it, because he deserved it. Mind you, they should have just let me loose on this nigga for real, and then that would have, so he got what he got. You're not going to be the agitator and then act as if. Anyway, long story short, by the time the police come, I get my ass locked up for 2 days. This nigga flies back to Delaware, leaves my kids with my dad, and acts like he didn't do a thing. So now I have a charge. Mind you, I'm a medical assistant. I have a job that pays $25 an hour. This nigga could have stayed his ass in Delaware. He didn't have to come. If you were still going to be talking to the bitch, you could have stayed with the bitch. Why did you bring your ass here? Anyway, he had motives. Everybody be having motives. But now I fell for the bait, because guess what? Now my livelihood is at risk because of the fact that I fell for the bait. I blacked. All right, long story short, in order to get me out of jail, they called the nigga, the one that I had met along the way, which is the same nigga that I was just telling y'all about, okay? So that's why I had to go back. So my dad and them called him, let him know that I'm in jail. This nigga proceeds to send, you know, all the money to my dad and them. They bailed me the hell out of jail. And then this nigga proceeds to send me money for an attorney because he knows I have to get that off my record. He didn't want me having a record, so that got to get off. Then he also proceeds to pays for my divorce so I can divorce this nigga that just created this situation. And then he sends me the money for the house. So that's why I had to go back. So for me to move out of my dad's house and for me to be on my own and for me to have a, you know, whole peace of mind, this, mind you, just paying, right, to the tune of. And my dad and them start to question because my dad and them are like, you sure this nigga in trucking? Because this nigga got way too much money to be, like, he's, like, when he's sending money, it's not hundreds of dollars. It's thousands of dollars. And during that time, this is why I say new levels, new devils, because again, I was a young person and I wasn't used to like it just being like it's raining, like, but mind you, I was, because I had a different set of, you know, lifestyle that, you know, we can talk about it another time. But this was different because I was off on my own. This person wasn't expecting anything from me. I hadn't even laid with this person, and mind you, this person is doing all of this at all, like, period, based off of God told me to help you. We had one interaction. This person took my car and me and dropped me off, and then when it was time for me to move my stuff, I packed up my whole entire house. They brought a truck and packed all my stuff on the truck and delivered my stuff to Texas at a later date after I moved, and I took myself in a car. So this is what this person was doing, okay? This type of shit. So we got two scenarios, two situations happening, because remember, be careful who helps you gain independence, because it all looks good, all sounds good, all feels good. You ain't got to do nothing for it. But meanwhile, what happens later is the true test of this. Anyway, so I move into that house. I didn't like that house. He tells me, break the lease, fuck that house, get another one. And this time, get one that you're going to keep your ass in. So I move into a house at, it's another area, because Lancaster's this way, and then DeSoto, and then whatever this is, it's a very nice area. Mind you, me and my kids could walk to the little shopping center down the street. They had, like, where the kids would run around. I forgot what that area is called. But mind you, I moved from that area on 20 to this area on 20 right here, right? But mind you, as I'm dealing with this person now, they're elevating my life, because literally this person is like, I don't care how much it costs. If you want to do it, do it. So I'm in a mode where I'm still like trying to save this person money, because I'm like, I don't want to just take advantage of a person, because that's not the type of energy I give. And normally it's, you know, I'm doing something for these people, because again, that was the life that I had. Like, I didn't had people doing for me, but I'm with these people. I'm really not with this person. So they're walking me through, you know, everything, talking to me. Yeah, I'm scared to let people help me like that. Well, guess what? God told him to do it. So who am I to tell him what God told him to do? Remember, that's what this man said. God told him to help me do teach and do not touch. Keep his hands off of me. Okay? So anyway, I move into this house. Y'all, I was in love with this house. Like, it was in a very good area. It was in like this house and then the house next door, and you know, but it was big, right? And so, mind you, it wasn't that big in comparison to any other house that I've been in later. But at that time, it was big to me, right? Because I'm young. This is all new to me. So now this person now starts sending me money to fix my credit. I need you to fix your credit. So they start doing everything they need to do. I'll hire a company shit. They took the $2,500, did absolutely nothing. I ended up fixing it later on way better than these people did, but they gave me some very valuable advice, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. If you're dealing with credit stuff and you're trying to figure out, the way they taught me was, or the way they showed me was, first thing to do is get a secure credit card. So I did that. I put $250 on a secure credit card. And then I used that for like a month or two. Then I put $500 on the credit card. Before long, he had gave me $1,000 to put on his credit card. So now I got a credit card limit of $1,000. It's my own money, but I maintained that for a year, and then they give it back. So literally you're using your own money to basically establish your credit. That's what I did. So then he says, because remember I had my RL, he was like, I need you go buy you a new car. I don't want to pay for no car. Literally, when I left Delaware, my whole goal was I had a cell phone bill and I had gas and insurance for my car. I did not want no bills. Like, that's one of the things that to me, I don't want bills. I want everything paid for. Mind you, and even still now, that's where I'm trying to get back to. Like, literally, get rid of the bills. Get rid of the credit shit, right? But he's training me. Okay, so y'all need to know. So then I get the car. So he put a big deposit down on my car, and I ended up getting a Nissan Rogue that I like because it was enough room. You can go on vacation. Have you ever been to Disney? No, I ain't never been to Disney, and I don't really want to go on no vacation, like, because I wasn't used to literally, like, when I go to places, I'm going with my person that I'm with. Nope, you and your kids, you and the boys, because it was my two sons, you and the boys, get in a car, or if you want to fly, I'll fly you there, but, at the time, I really wasn't, kind with that whole process. Well, if you're going to drive, get in the car and drive, and I'm going to send you, this amount of money, mind you. Like I said, he didn't send hundreds of dollars. He always sent thousands of dollars, right? So, he's giving me the money. You get in the car, go wherever you want to go. Now, this is the thing that started making me wonder, because when I got in the car and I'm driving, I started to realize anytime I drove anywhere, this man could tell me where any mile marker in the United States was. And I know a lot of truck drivers might be able to do that, but literally this man could tell me, if you're at this exit in this state, it's a Walmart 2 miles ahead. I'm getting ready to send you, at this time it was green dot cards. He would send me 1 million green dot cards, right? It's a Walmart to the right. Get up there, you make this left and go to the Walmart, and I'm gonna send you another green dot card. And so he's putting thousands of dollars on green dot cards for me, right? I probably still got half them cards. I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably somewhere, because I like saving shit. Anyway, hey Katrina, love you. Thank you for being here. Michael Ellison, hi everybody, y'all. Let me go back over here. I'm sorry. Good morning, everybody. I see y'all. So, all right. So you going to Disney? Take the kids to Disney. And so when I get to Disney, he's like, where you gonna stay at? So make sure you stay at a very good, hotel, da 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 da. So like literally everything is top of the line with this dude, okay? Just so y'all know. So I get to stay at, my kids was loving it. Like literally my boys was loving it, because they stayed wherever, anything they asked for, this man gave, right? Mind you, we get to Disney. Shit hits the fan. So we get in Disney, we're sitting there, I'm waiting for him to call me. So in the process of him calling, or something happened, but anyway, he got locked up, right? And so I forgot how we figured out where he was to be able to, he didn't stay in there long, but anyway, it was just a panic to me, because I'm like, this person is now, so we got to figure out how we can, get to him to, kind of help him, because he helped me. So why would I not help him? Anyway, long story short, he gets out. We get to Texas. What? That's mine? Yeah. What is it? Remember the new off my account? Oh, thank you. Yep, I need that. As a matter of fact, yep. Can you log your phone into the TikTok and bring it to me? Let me see if it worked, because I need to see if that thing worked. Thank you. Period. Ew. All right. So anyway, long story short, I'm in my big cushy ass house. Just chilling, living like me and my boys, minding our own business. I stayed in this house a year, right? Because I was there for like 2 years, because I moved here in 2012. So in 2010 is when I moved to Texas, to Dallas. All right, so period, got the clicker. So Christmas, this man shows up. So anytime this man showed up at my house, he would always be on the road for a long time. So I would make sure he got food. I would make sure his bathtub. Can you go to my page, my golden girl? I would make sure he had food. I would make sure that his bath water was ran, because he always needed to take a shower when he got to the house. all of that and shit. Half the time I didn't even really have to cook, because literally he every day it was eating out somewhere, some type of seafood, whatever Dallas had is what he was buying. Okay, whatever they asked for. So half the time I would go and order some food from somewhere and fucking put it on a plate like I cooked it, and that's it, that's all, even though I could cook. And he didn't care. He loved it. He just was happy that by the time he was showing up, that I was taking care of, you know, all the business and making sure everything was good. So this particular time he shows up and, can you see it? Put this in. This particular time he shows up, as soon as he walks in the door, he hands me an envelope. I open the envelope. It's got thousands of dollars in the envelope. Take the kids, go buy a Christmas tree, and go buy them whatever they want. So I take the envelope, and this year, y'all, I got the biggest fucking tree I ever had in my life, because the house had like big high ceilings. And so this time I get to go buy what I want. So I went and bought, that's plugged in? At the time, I think it was, and I could have bought a bigger tree, but I bought a 7-foot tree, I think. Is that 7 feet or was it 9 feet? 9 feet, okay? 9 feet Christmas tree. I still got this Christmas tree to this day. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, I cherish things and the stuff that I get from people, because they don't have to do that. Like, I don't care, you know, they don't have to do that, right? And so I went and bought this tree, and mind you, even the envelope he gave me, because I'm like, I'm not spending all this money on no damn Christmas stuff. Like, so I even brought some of the money back, like even in the envelope. I'm like, are you sure? He said, no, it's yours. I gave it to you. So, and I can't remember, but it was literally over $5,000 in this envelope, just so y'all know. So I want to say, I don't know, I really want to say like it could be between $6,000 and $9,000 that this person gave me in this envelope, right? Anyway, so long story short, this man did not wake up. I kid you not, for 3 days. Did not wake up. He was asleep. So I don't know what he was doing on the road or how, but it seemed like he was fucking exhausted. So I didn't say nothing. I just waited till whenever he woke up. I made sure that he had food, and, you know, he went back to sleep. Did whatever he was doing. The whole time I'm back and forth to the mall with the kids, letting them do whatever they want to do, buying, you know, whatever the hell they try and buy. So now Christmas is over. It don't look like it's coming on. And it don't, it's on? So now Christmas is over, and he's about to, you know, because he stayed, you know, and watched the kids open up all their stuff and everything else, made sure I got anything and everything that I wanted. He ended up, when he finally woke up, going back to the mall, making sure that I would, you know, because I'm one of them people, I won't do stuff for myself. I'll do stuff for everybody else. I don't really like spending a big amount of money probably on myself. How you do it? I won't spend a big amount of money, a large amount of money on myself.
What is that?
It's supposed to be a clicker.
What?
And so for my TikTok, see if it works. Here, come on inside, see if people do it. I won't spend a large amount of money on myself. So at this point, he's making sure I go buy purses and things of this nature and all types of stuff, right? Anyway, now, like I said, long story short, we get to the point where I had asked for, you know, the vehicle and this, that, and the third, and now he's getting me to move to Georgia because he needs me closer here. It's liking it. I've seen it said like the live. Is it moving? Oh, y'all, look. It's the clicker that goes to, can you speed it up too? It stopped. Because y'all don't like liking the live, so guess what? Period. My son could like it. It's supposed to be able to go faster too. Anyway, so now, sorry y'all, I was just excited about the thing. Oh, hold on. So when it's getting ready to be time to go, y'all, because literally this is the kicker. The man had been telling me the whole entire time. Now, mind you, remember, he done paid for my divorce. He done did all this extra shit. Been telling me the whole entire time that him and the person that he was married to was separated, not being together, this, that, and the third. It was a whole lot of he not with this person, right? before this man was getting ready to leave to go back to work, mind you, there's a knock on my door. Nobody knocks on my door. My dad has a key to my house, and anytime my dad comes over there, my dad came to my house every day, he would just come on in, and literally there was no reason for no knocking, right? So we're going out this person's knocking, but we're about to go out the back door because literally that's where the cars always park, because the way where I lived is like a road. You come down the road, but literally we went through the alley. You always got to go through the alley, anybody that lived there, and they pull into their driveway, into their garage, and then you go into your house. So I'm listening to a person say something, but he's saying, let's go out the back door. Let's go ahead and go because we get ready to go in the car. Fuck that door. Anyway, long story short, it was the wife. So now she's done showed up to my house and tracked his whole entire everything. And mind you, now I'm taking him over back to his truck to drop him off. He ends up calling me and telling me that this person that was knocking at my door is his current person, not the ex person yet or any of that. But lo and behold, I guess it was a separation, but not a separation that was happening. Like, I don't like you, you don't like me, so I'm gonna go do what I like, how people be doing instead of just breaking up. So whatever that was, she ends up finding my phone number because this is what ended up happening. Apparently, he told her that he was opening a new branch of the business in Texas, which is where I was. Because remember, I was doing the paperwork. And so apparently I was the employee and I didn't know. Anyway, whatever it took to do whatever it was that needed to be done. So now she's pissed, all right? And so, but mind you, this bitch was good. Now, I don't know how, if y'all know it or not, but why you take it? I need it. When women are definitely ready to go figure out some stuff, they will become the private eye investigator, okay? Because this bitch was on it. She found everything, all right? So I don't know what she did and whether or not she hired somebody, yada, yada, yada. Now, where she messed up at it is this. And so everybody, remember I said I ain't never left no nigga for cheating. Don't leave y'all nigga for cheating. Because all that do is now give him the opportunity to slide the person into your space. Because now all of a sudden she literally, I guess, was mad at him, so she stopped doing the paperwork, which is how I ended up being able to do the paperwork. Because when I was on the way to Disney is how I started doing the paperwork. I stopped at a truck stop to be able to fill out paperwork for him, because when he told me there was no, there was a separation, this, that, and the third, I started doing the documents. So she did it to punish him, but literally he had already found me to start doing the documents, but this wasn't my situation, so of course I wouldn't know that. I ended up finding out later, all right? Anyway, long story short, my divorce, everything, I fly back to Delaware, get the divorce, and there's still some more stories in between that, so, but we're going to skip that and go to what we're talking about, and be careful who helps you, okay? So now he's saying, because now I got the truck, he was going to get rid of the truck, he was going to give me the $14,000, I got the truck, and so now I am moving to Georgia, right? So everybody told me not to go to Georgia, but literally, God is saying, you're getting ready to start a new situation, your business, everything. So when I was moving to Georgia, I already knew that I was coming here to start a trucking company. It was the hub of, trucking. And so you have to be in the mix of everything in order to get, where you need to be. So I'm moving to Georgia. Everybody told me not to move to Georgia. And, I'm glad I listened to myself, because I'm glad I'm actually moved to Georgia, even in the midst of, because y'all, it got tragic after I moved to Georgia, right? So once I get to Georgia, now I'm on his turf. Now I'm on his territory. But mind you, remember, this person treated me like gold and everything, the whole entire time. I was over there close to my family and everywhere else, or, when I was in my position, right? So after I moved to Georgia, first of all, I would come to Georgia, fly in, this, then, and third. They're going through whatever they're going through, and now I'm in the knowing that this person exists. But they are supposed to be doing whatever they're doing, okay? Now we're in the mix, just so you know. But remember, God told him, don't talk. He said, help her, don't touch her. Teach, don't touch, right? But now he touching. So when I'm coming back and forth to Georgia, I would go stay at either because now I got to find a house. I got to find a house here. And I can move anywhere I want to, just so y'all know. So that was the option. You can move anywhere the hell you want to in Georgia. So when I decided that I'm moving to Georgia, I ended up trying to make sure that my kids would be, they would be in a good location for school. So that was my major ordeal. I got to make sure these kids, in Fulton County, you know, they had lost their accreditation and some other shit. So anyway, my area that I found, it was either Gwinnett County or it was Rockdale. Those were the two places that had the best schooling system or whatever at the time. All right, so I found a hard situation because as I'm coming in, remember, I'm supposed to be living by myself because whatever was happening, I'm coming to start my own trucking company. He was definitely going, you know, being assisting, but I did all my paperwork, all my own documents, all my own everything that happened when I got here, I did for myself. Not nobody, you know, taking my hand, holding it. There was a whole bunch of stories and this, that, and the third, this was belonging to, no, everything was mine, period, point blank, given, literally, signed over before I even showed up. They was trying to give me money. I chose the option to take other thing, and that was my idea. They were basically going to wipe the whole entire shit clean, right? Thank you. All right, so and so we move. I get here. I found a beautiful house. The lady whose house that I moved into, she's on my TikTok, just so y'all know. Like, I made sure this lady's house was immaculate because she moved out of her house in order to let me move in so she could do something else while, you know, and the thing was, I was going to try to buy a house, and so me and her made a deal. I will be out of her house and I'm going to buy my own house, and she was going to move back into her house, and that's what happened. All right, so after I moved into this house, the shit hit the fan because now all of a sudden he's over to my house and not, he'd have moved out of his house, and that wasn't what was supposed to be happening. But somehow now, in order to make sure that he could be where I'm at, he's over here and not where he belongs because he made that decision himself. And of course, I didn't say nothing because I moved here. I don't know nobody here. I don't have no family here. He was the person that was my connection to even being here, and also was supposed to be my help in, you know, making sure that while I'm doing everything that I need to do, I would be good. All right, the same way I thought we were supposed to be the same way we was in Dallas. I would be able to do whatever it was that I wanted. Nothing. I stayed in the house, all of that. But something somehow changed in the process of us traveling here. All right. So once I'm here, he moves into the house, but he's still doing work and everything else, and I'm still setting up the trucking company because my trucking company wasn't active yet. So I'm doing everything I can do. Once my trucking company goes active, all of a sudden he decided that now he's gonna come and work in my trucking company, which was cool because at the time when I started, we started heavy haul, and heavy haul is a little bit more difficult than just them fucking box trucks and all this other stuff. It's like big machinery and things of that nature. And so, of course, he was showing me along the way how to do certain things, but he helped me hire my drivers and everybody, right? So he was kind of like the, what do you call, like the person that was, I forgot what the title was because he actually had a title that was a part of, because I did everything. Like, literally, I had a booklet that had the drive. I still got all this shit, just so y'all know. So when I was learning trucking, I literally set everything up the way that they instructed a trucking company to be set up. Because what I also found out in the process of watching and paying attention to their trucking company, their shit wasn't right. And so they kept getting hit by DOT. And that's why I said that literally all you got to do is follow the directions. They will tell you what you should and should not be doing. A lot of people just don't follow the fucking rules because they just don't listen. But they tell you everything that you should do, right? So I set up everything, and then there's like a monthly schedule that your truck should be on and everything else. Like literally, they give you all the ins and outs, which ended up started to create the problem because he didn't like that. This person had been in trucking for so long that their family, everything, like he started off as a child. So literally, he was driving trucks when he shouldn't even have been driving trucks. There was no license for trucking when he started trucking. That's how old this people are in trucking, right? So, what started to happen was the more he got integrated into my business, he started doing stuff that wasn't in alignment with me. And now my name, because my name was on those trucks and things of this nature. So when he started doing things that wasn't in alignment with me, I started wanting to have conversations. But meanwhile, remember, this is to a person that I had never really had a conversation with, didn't have to really talk to, because for what? He was doing everything he needed to do. I ain't have to say nothing to that man. I don't have to say nothing to nobody that's doing everything the right way. But when he started doing things the wrong way and it started to be under my name, I got something to say. So this is where I learned, I forgot what the law is in a 48 Laws of Power, but it's never outshine the master. Because remember, life lessons, they never teach you. Be careful who helps you gain independence and discern. You got to have discernment, right? Because this person is helping me gain independence. This person is now, he didn't taught me how to fish or teaching me how to fish in an arena, in an area that I was not familiar in. But mind you, me and my children's father was already supposed to be in trucking, and I kept trying to tell him that we should go into trucking many years previously. Before that, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to do, all types of other stuff. So me and him had already talked about it, but now I have the opportunity for myself to gain my own independence, have my own business, do everything, because remember, I set everything up. Everything was me. I did everything, right? And again, not taking away nothing from a person helping me or thing. I, to this day, I'm thankful for that person for even showing me, because even if I wanted to get back in trucking right now, all I got to do is go pay for my stuff and line everything right the fuck back up. That's all if I want to, based off of, but trucking kind of stressful as fuck. Anyway, so after I get here and the shit hits the fan, because this is what happened. The drivers don't have any respect for women, especially a woman that basically, I just got in here, I just opened up, a whole company. A lot of them be mad and hating because they have lost trucking companies. Like, it was a lot of shit that I started to find out about truck drivers and things, right? So most of the ones that I hired, one was just fucking stupid as hell. They had been in trucking, had license, they've been in trucking for a long time, thought they knew a whole lot of shit. A lot of them will tear up your stuff because they don't treat your shit the way, and trucks cost a lot of money, just so y'all know. But mind you, God is good. God is definitely good, because let me tell y'all. So I don't know what he was doing, but there was some Africans around at the time. I love y'all, but Africans be a little shady to me. Y'all be doing stuff, and I ain't saying all of y'all, but y'all niggas be shady, and y'all know what the hell y'all be doing, so I ain't even gotta say nothing. We had started running a lot of loads. My first, and this is what's crazy, because you gotta imagine me, now a person, little black girl from Dover, Delaware. I say it all the time. Now I'm in trucking, and in my first 3 months in life, I made $50,000 legally. That was a lot of money to me. Like, not that I haven't seen $50,000, but I legally made $50,000. And legal money, like literally trucking, the way I explain trucking to everybody, it's like legal, it's that other side of money. Like, you know what I'm saying, for you to be able to turn shit over real quick. Like, one of my loads was $25,000 by itself. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, this was later on. Like, in 2 days, I had a $25,000 load and a $32,000 load. Literally. And then the amount that it took with permits and to run this shit was like, this man was phenomenal, but also not in alignment, because of the fact that he liked to do a lot of undercutting and a lot of shorting shit and things of that nature that I didn't condone, because if we're already making the money, then why are we doing that? And so, because again, my name is on these trucks, this whole entire company is mine. what are we doing here? So let me tell y'all how they got my ass. So, mind you, but God be always watching. Cause then remember, all of a sudden the wife that's not the wife shows back up again, right? So this particular day, something was happening. And I'm over here like, God telling me something ain't right. Something just don't feel right, because one of my drivers is now like off the map and he's not responding to me. But remember, he is the maintenance person, whatever the hell his title was at the time. So anytime there was an issue, they would call him and they would, let him know, because he would go fix the trucks on the spot. He would send, whoever the person was, or he would call me and tell me, I need you to call this person. And then we would do, that way. Because remember, this is the person that was knowing a lot about this area. They had already been here for a while. Oh, but hold on. I got to go back because I got to tell y'all something else. So in my house, before I moved to Georgia, at my other house, stuff started to be weird. Like, stuff was just... One day, I'm getting ready to leave to go pick my kids up at school, because my kids still went to school from my dad's house since I wasn't that far away. So I literally left them at school in his area. So I'm literally getting ready to go pick my kids up. And when I'm getting ready to go pick my kids up, somebody pulls up to my house. It is 3 people that look like detectives. But I don't make no mind to it. I just noted it and I left. Because, I got to go get my kids. I don't need to be late. The next thing that happened was, I'm upstairs in one of my rooms, and I have a fence in my backyard. So the whole alley is fenced off. So my yard's fenced off. The people next door, everybody's yards are fenced off. But literally, I'm watching somebody go through my trash. And so I'm like, and it's one of those things where it was almost like, I think they seen me, so they, you get a glimpse of it. So it's not like they were going through the trash at the time. It looked like they saw me when I got to the window. So now they're not going through the trash, but they were stopped by my trash. And then one night I wake up and my front door is wide open. And so these types of things are starting to throw me off. It was weird, right? Because it's like somebody is watching, but something's off. Anyway, so now we move here. So this particular time, I'm feeling something's not right, because it just ain't feeling right. So anyway, I pull up. I leave from the house. I'm way in another area. It's going to take me 45 minutes to get to the yard, because all my trucks were being parked on his yard. But mind you, these are all trucks that got my name on it. These are all trucks that's underneath my DOT. These are all trucks that, because... All right. So anyway, I pull up. All the trucks are loaded. I ain't got nary stitch of paperwork for none of these trucks. And I'm saying, where are these trucks going? Like, I'm talking to him. Where the trucks are about to go, because I ain't got nary document for none of these trucks. And I'm looking at the drivers like, why? 2 of the drivers, because 2 of the drivers are the ones that I hired. So where are y'all about to go? We're about to go to the port. Hell no. So I start spazzing, right? Because what are you doing? And why are trucks going to the port? He's telling me that I didn't tell you because we going to the port. We're going right to, I think they was going to Savannah, which is not that far, but they're still on the road. My tags are still on everything. Mind you, where are they going? Let me see the paperwork. Nobody wants to show me paperwork. Nobody wants to show me documentation. I start proceeding to, okay, y'all do what y'all want to do. I start scraping names off the side of the trucks, because let me let y'all know, I don't give a fuck where y'all gonna go, but let me tell you where y'all not gonna go and what y'all not gonna fall down. This is the takedown. All right. So the very next day, because I don't know how to drive a truck, just so y'all know, at all, period. I just am in trucking, don't know how to drive a truck. I know how to drive a stick, don't know how to drive a truck. So now I'm saying, ain't nobody going nowhere. But mind you, I can't do nothing about it, because it's, big grown niggas. So all I could do was take the names off the truck, because, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Documentation, everything shut the fuck down. So they still did what happened, how it got done. The next day, I'm getting ready to get my little bright stuff, because one truck I definitely got to go pick up, because that's totally mine. The rest of them leased on, you know, so I don't give a fuck what happens with these trucks, cause they're not mine. But that one, I got to go pick it up because it belongs to me. So the other six year are leased, right? So I don't give a damn about that. Y'all, while I go over here to pick up this truck, it ain't no truck. Like, I don't know what these niggas did overnight, but I promise you, I swear on my life, they chopped this truck down so crazy overnight. Like, overnight. That when I get down there, he's done told the man, because again, remember, this is all his yard, the people's yard and everything, right? So by the time I get down there, the dude, and I'm calling my aunt, because remember, I don't have nobody here. Like, literally, I don't have nobody here. It's just me and my two boys. This is probably less than in the 3 months time that basically I got here. Now this person has me over, hi, this person now has me on their territory. Now they get ready to do whatever they want to do with me, because fuck me, because I basically am not going along with the program. Mind you, it's not their program. This is my program. Like, literally, I'm the one that did this. Remember, I'm the one that, I could have just had the 14, which in the end, technically, I probably should have took the $14,000 and then went and bought my truck. But instead, me offering to just take the truck, that was the wrong move. It was the right move, but still the wrong move, right? Because, now the truck is chopped the fuck down, like, to the, I forgot what they said was on this, right? Like, something that's in the tires, like when they stripped the whole entire thing down, everything was off. I forgot what the man said, because the cop was laughing, right? Because y'all, the shit was crazy, but it was kind of funny in the end, after the fact, right? Because God be still working, right? So the man that he told, because there's a whole gated in, like a whole lot, like it's a big ass lot. It was a lot of trucks was parked down there. They had a whole business. But again, I'm in the midst of something that I don't even know what I'm in the midst of, because remember I told y'all them detectives from that other place, right? Keep that in mind. So anyway, long story short, the man gets his friend, gets his hands on his ass, and he decides that now he calls the person they're talking to, and he lets him know that I'm over there getting ready to try to pick up the truck. Mind you, I got the title. So that's it, that's all. Georgia don't give a damn about nothing else. Who got the title? That's it, that's all. I got the title. So the man now proceeds to lock the gate on me. So while he's talking, my aunt's on the phone, and he's telling me he's about to lock the gate. The police on the way. Yeah, lock that motherfucking gate if you want to. But when I'm ready to leave, I'm gonna tell you this, because the man my height, first and foremost. When I'm ready to leave, I'm gonna leave. And whether or not you think that you're trying to bully me because this nigga on the phone, trust and know that all y'all gonna have a problem with me. Long story short, the cops come down there. The cops let him know that I can take the truck, but I can't take the truck because I can't drive the truck. Then two, the truck barely even got an engine, a lug nut, a da-da-da, like they done chopped this bitch down. So now we gotta call the insurance company because the truck is chopped down. There's no truck anymore. This is now an empty shell of a vehicle, okay? So we get a tow truck. The tow truck comes in the car. Takes the truck, right? So they now take it to their lot. All right, so now within my first 3 months, because remember, we're still in my first 3 months, I got it now an insurance claim, right? Because now I got this is I think it was a Peterbilt at the time. So now we got an insurance claim, which is fucked up, but this is the shit. This is where everybody banded together, because remember, life lessons they never teach you, be careful who helps you gain independence. We have to have discernment, right? The insurance guy comes and he says, are you sure this truck was ever working? Nigga, I got paperwork. I got documentations. This truck was just out on a run. because nobody believes that this truck got chopped down. But again, y'all be mindful, pay attention. The truck got chopped down overnight. It takes a special type of people to do this, okay? Like, seriously. So, he now is then went back to the house, to his house, and now he gets this lady, this person that is supposed to be his wife or whatever. He now gets her to act like they are just the happiest couple under the sun, because now they're getting ready to team up against me, because they don't want me getting insurance money off this truck, because what I should have got for the truck I didn't, because of the fact that this is the story that they told the people, that the truck had never been out at all, period. That truck had been sitting there the whole time. I didn't pay for something. Like, they told a whole elaborate ass story, except for the fact that I had documentation and VIN numbers, and the fact that the truck had actually been through the port and everything else. Either way, the insurance adjuster didn't want to hear it. He was just happy to know. He told, mind you, he told the insurance adjuster that I was some crazy ex that basically was mad that he was done with me, and so I ended up getting, I think, like $5,000 for the truck, right? All right, mind you, I'm in Atlanta by myself. No family here. I call a person from up north, a dude. I call my aunt. I call my aunt, and I called the guy that I knew from up. He's from New York, JR. And I love JR to death, because JR just showed up, no ands or buts about it. He just came, right? So he came to Atlanta. My aunt, I called my aunt, because my aunt was on the phone the whole entire time. My aunt comes and brings me $20,000 cash money. Me and my aunt go and look for another truck for me to sign onto my truck, onto my company. So we go get another truck. We go get another trailer. So I went and bought a flatbed trailer, right? And so, mind you, me and her don't know, again, because this person was helping me do all the things that I need to do. But now this person, I'm the person's enemy, right? So be mindful, because now they want to take. They want to make sure that I don't have nothing. Because if they gave, they want to take. Okay? All right. So, Ramir, come here. My aunt shows up, brings me 20 bands. Me and her go find me a truck and a trailer. So I found a truck for $7,000 is what I got. And then I found the trailer. I think I want to say we paid $4,000 or $5,000 for it. So then I got money for fuel. I got money to get another driver. I got money for insurance, and back in the game, right? Ramir, come here, please. All right. So I'll go ahead and books my first load, because now I'm happy. I'm back in the game. It didn't take too long, and we on go mode, right? And now I got to get my aunt back her money, because she didn't have to bring me shit. But mind you, how many people do y'all know is going to bring y'all 20 bands? My aunt ain't have nothing to do with none of this. All she knew was I'm her niece. She heard what a man was trying to do to me. I was going to be good, right? All right. So we gets the truck loaded, we gets the trailer loaded, we gets the driver, paid for. And at that time, I always used the company that would check my drivers and everything for me, because I didn't want to have to go through that day. And I had it's another system that actually you check into their license, their paperwork, documentation, DMV, all that other good stuff. But I always hired a company to make sure that they did it. They would make sure the drug test, everything was, good. So everything came back clean. Mind you, this nigga was supposed to have been a ex-cop. Okay? So I'm thinking I'm good, because this is an ex-cop. We already this crazy nigga out here, trying to get ready to do whatever he get ready to do to me, because he's trying to drag me for filth, because he's mad now that I won't do what he wanted me to do, and I did that, whole little show on his ass, right? So, driver goes out, truck goes out, everything's good. It's going to Florida. Driver disappears, truck disappears, load disappears, everything just disappeared. How the fuck do you disappear a truck, a trailer, and a whole load? So now not only do I got a insurance claim, now I got another insurance claim. Now I got a load claim because this nigga, and I knew who did it. I knew who did it because you just can't disappear a whole truck, a whole trailer, everything. But remember, he's trying to still teach me a lesson because this person changed my whole entire life. And now this person wants to destroy my whole entire life as well. Well, all we could do is wait now. Because guess what? My aunt just spent $20,000. She just gave me 20 bands. We got to figure out what the truck, the trailer, everything is. We don't know. I takes this nigga to court because literally he had to show up for court. But they ended up finding the trailer. They found the trailer. It was in Georgia, still loaded. I mean, in Florida, still loaded on the side of the road. Don't know how this nigga talked to this nigga, but literally he parked my shit there and got out and left. I takes his ass to court because why the fuck did you do that? Anyway, long story short, he gets to court and he tells the people that apparently he had an insulin something or another and the truck had messed up. Truck never messed up. We went and recovered the truck perfectly fine. But because, you know, he had a whole little medical something or another is what he told them, basically, fuck me. But look at God, because let me tell you about God. That same nigga, right, that did all that shit, God made him fix everything that he did. Everything. Mind you, that wasn't the last time that he did some shit, but literally he went and had to recover that truck and that trailer. And this is why I ended up getting my truck and my license after that, because I had to pay a nigga $3,000 to go pick my truck up, right? And bring it back. And so then we started having a whole, you know, to figure out who we could trust. Because now, this nigga is from here. I'm not. They're in trucking. I'm not. So I'm going to play nice. Because I got to play nice. Right? Not for nothing. I ain't have to do too much to play nice. But I'm going to play nice. So I'll play nice. We gets the truck back. We gets the trailer back. Mind you, now he takes the truck and the trailer and fixes it. Everything. Anything and everything that was wrong on the truck or could have been wrong on the truck, mind you, not really too much wrong on the truck, has to fix it. So he fixed it. Got everything all good because DOT does inspections it's a couple times in a year, but it's one big one. I think it's in June or July, somewhere around there, and they just pulling people over just because they pulling people over. So the new driver that I got, this person, he now has the truck and the trailer, and mind you, when we load it, we take it out, he good. So I'm gonna play nice with this nigga because I don't want no problems out of him, and you know, he did everything he needed to do to make sure it was gonna be good. All right, so then the guy goes out, y'all, and let me let y'all know another thing. Women, if y'all dealing with somebody in trucking, and I'm not saying all of them, but be mindful that a lot of these dudes are actually, you know, a little bit undercover on a DL, okay? Because it's some weird stuff that was happening also. So, the other thing was, the new dude, after he gets the truck and trailer and he goes out, mind you, sparkling new, had been washed, cleaned, everything done, everything fixed, everything. He takes and he goes out, and then he starts making whatever money he makes, right? And truck drivers, if they're just a, you know, driver, a lot of them don't know how much money that you have to make in order to maintain this company. They don't know insurance, you know, the cost. They don't know the tires, the cost. They don't know the mechanical, the cost. All of these things, right? They just know that they're making a lot of money, you know, when they go out. Mind you, like I said, we're doing flatbed and things of that nature, and we made sure we paid really, really well, right? I feel like all of them are working together certain spots. Oh, you ain't never lied, because honey, I ain't even told you the gist of this story. This is just the lightweight part, right? So and I'm gonna speed it up so that way we can get, because like I said, it's a lot of this story, honey. But mind you, the feds got involved. Okay, so what GBI, these niggas wasn't no joke. So when the shit got, like, literally God was showing me, when my dad asked them questions before, Like literally everybody was asking questions because there was an underlying thing, but you got to be mindful that people ain't just showing you everything. And this is in a span of 2012. I just now really got in the midst of the shit because remember I was living over there, and so you don't get to know a person's pattern behaviors and this, that, and the third when they just showing up. But now I'm around the area, I'm a little closer to be able to see a little bit more of the stuff that's happening, right? And like I said, I'm gonna speed it up. I just had to give y'all the chop shop version so that way y'all know there's a lot that happened also in between there because cops and everything else. All right. Anyway, so we playing nice. He gets everything back on track, and now I start building because then my aunt ended up finding me another truck up in Philadelphia. So now I got to learn how to drive a truck, and so this is how I learned how to drive a truck. That's the reasoning behind that, because I had to pay for somebody to go and recover a truck for me, and I just lost the gang of money because now I got 2 insurance claims at the beginning. So this also dicked me too. The person that basically, because when you get insurance claims, that fucks your insurance later on. So that also started to happen because now this person did this. So now we got a truck, we got a load. But this is also the person that, was trying to give you independence, trying to give, saying that they're helping me be independent, but it's on what they want to give. So you can put this story into your own personal, whatever it is, but be mindful because a lot of people do it with ulterior motives. And so that's a real thing. So everything's going fine, I ain't beefing with him. He ain't beefing with me. I'm trying to, be mindful. Don't outshine the master because, it's still his field and I'm still in his area. Okay. Mind you, more strange stuff happening because now it's like really seeming like there's an investigation going down because stuff is just not being, it's not adding up. So now the investigation is being done, but it's being done by me and my aunt, okay? Because we trying to figure out how a person, one, did a whole, 1, 2, 3 on me overnight. Because I still ain't forgot that you now just teamed with this bitch against me. And I can't trust you no more because I know what you'll do to me if, in fact, I get out of line. So I'm not fucking with you, but I got to keep an eye on you also because, nigga, you weird. And then also in the process, remember I told y'all about that ID that he had gave my dad and my mom a long time ago? Because now he's being pulled over, in places and stuff just not adding up because the name matches, but the birth dates and shit ain't matching. This is a legal ID. So, and mind y'all, just so y'all know, I'm not even mad at the fact that I got taught, ghetto trucking, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned a lot of what not to do, and I learned a lot of the right shit to do in the process. And this is the thing. Sometimes you get me, Ramir! Sometimes we get mixed up in the midst of somebody else's placement, and this is why, like, you never know how close or far you show up in the middle of somebody else's investigation. This is the reason why you shouldn't just go gun-ho and think that just because a person seems like a good person, that they're a good person. Just because a person is you and everything else also still don't make them a good person. Sometimes they have their own motives in hand, and they're doing whatever they need to do because of their own personal motivations. Because later on, come to find out, even though I still had to play nice with the person, it was kind of like crossing over my stuff in between this other person's stuff, because what she did when she got mad at him, she took and switched her company up too. And then come to find out, I think they were in, this could be true or not, but this is the way I felt. It was almost like they were kind of like preying on people and looking for people to kind of, get into trucking and things of that nature, so they could kind of use their companies, because they was kind of, it's a thing where in trucking they take in turnover companies, like when they just burn one and they do, they go work somewhere else, another one, and that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. So a lot of trucking companies and a lot of people, they get fines and things of that nature for, not upkeep on their equipment and things of that nature. But because again, I am who I am, I was trying to make sure that everything was going to go the right way. But it was kind of throwing salt in his game because he wanted to do what he wanted to do. So later on, what ended up happening was my trailers was still parked over there because again, you can't be saying you playing nice and then I rented another place over here so that way I had a legal place to put my stuff. But for some reason, every time one of my trucks came in or one of my trailers came in, he wanted it over there. So I'm not saying nothing because I ain't want no beef. Be mindful, okay? So I'm still just trying to do what I need to do, and I got to get my aunt back her money. So now we in the midst of now I got to do what I got to do because I can't not make sure she gets her money back because I'm not that type of person. I'm just going to do what I got to do, right? And so now they kind of a little bit maybe put me under his thumb, but not really because I still ain't fucking with some of the shit he doing, and he knows that. So now I get a call because I'm like, my truck is over there and he's calling, my trailer's over there and he's calling because he's saying everybody's in handcuffs, but he's getting ready to go out under a load that we had already booked, but my trailer is now parked there. So I get now GBI calling. Now listen, one thing about me is I don't do police contact, and I don't like, and mind you, I like them boys, but I don't like that other shit, right? Keep me as far as we can away from there. Long story short, apparently what was happening when I said they chopped my shit down, it was really some chopping of some shit down. It was a responsibility apparently of a lot of loads coming up missing and a lot of shipments and a lot of things. Come to find out, it had something to do with that connection. And although I ain't never seen none of the stuff that they were saying, it was a lot. So I don't know if y'all can go look it up because I think it was around 20, maybe I want to say 16. They had one of the biggest you know lockdowns on equipment and things around here, or shutdown of it. Those were the people. So meanwhile, me not even knowing, but somehow he was able to just skate right on through the gate. They let him go. So he never got, not that I know of, convicted with anything. But this is the thing. This person always looked under the radar. Like, because even us going out to eat and things of that nature, the waitress and the people in the store thought I was taking this man to eat because he looked homeless. Meanwhile, this nigga got more money than the law should allow, or I called him the rainmaker, literally, because when he started moving anything, it would rain money, and I can make it rain money, but this nigga did it like an excess, and his work ethic was outstanding. Um, like his love language was outstanding. Like it was a lot of above and beyond everything, and a lot of introducing and a lot of leveling up really, really quickly and bringing you into, but it was only under, and mind you, I got like a couple of these stories I could give y'all, but this is just going to be the main one because of the fact that it ended up in, I ended up spending $25,000 to get one of my trucks fixed, right? Which I should never have done. And I should have actually thought better, because even in the process, me thinking just to get the truck back to working condition, I should have just cut my losses on the truck. But for some reason, everything in me tells me that he was behind the mechanic doing a lot of the things that he was doing. Because again, when a person puts you in position, if you even attempt to do better than they do, and I'm gonna just say this, I did more with less. I always do more with less. So whereas this person could have $1,000,000, I could have 100,000, and I'll still come out better and with more than they did. And so that was one of the things. they didn't like that about me. They didn't like the fact that I could, and I'm gonna use this word, but I don't like this word because I don't like what it stands for. But I could humble myself in order to be I'm okay in life without having those things. And so a person needs you to need them, and that's the thing. So you have to be mindful, be careful who helps you gain independence, because when you don't need them anymore, because what this person told me, they said, I was never going to end up with a man because I'm too independent. That's not true. And a lot of people don't understand the reason for my independence. It's for stuff like that. They don't realize they are the mechanism that teaches me to be independent. Because I don't want to go to jail for stupid shit. I also don't need to overly exert myself to have, because their level of success and my level of success is two different things. To me, they're always chasing. So this person could have made, $1 billion already, 10 times over. I almost can guarantee it. They'd have made it, but they probably will never see it in accumulation, because it is always like this person would give. If we pulled up to the side of the road and there's a homeless person there, they're handing out $100 bills. So they're very much giving in their nature and in their behavior, because they know they can just make it. But to me, I feel like also in the process of that, it is sustaining. And if you steal, you always gonna get stolen from. So it's always a thing where the person is chasing. There is nothing set up for like the future. I don't know now anymore, what this person is doing, but this was one of the lessons. Even in the process, it's just like even how a person helped me organize and get my life on track, as far as I'm concerned, but it was all motivated by me being in position for their help, or I mean for whatever they needed me to do, or for whatever it was that whatever illegal endeavors they was trying to do. It's just so happened that God allowed me to be caught up in any of the stuff that was happening, but I also suffered consequences of a lot of stuff because of the fact that this person, you would tell them, just wait here at the truck stop. I'm gonna call to get your permits or whatever. They would leave. I got hit with a $16,000 fine because they left the truck stop and they went and did whatever they did. Lo and behold, that I had, in fact, sometimes people help you for the wrong reasons. Yes, it's for their own benefit. And so, although I had to have discernment, because guess what? I could have been already in jail. I could have lost way more, even being connected to this person, but also the getting away from the person, it was another thing. So what I was getting ready to say is a lot of people in trucking, a lot of men be DL too. So I have had several incidents where this house next door to me, this person parked a brand new truck that I had just got right on top of this hill, right? Mind you, granted, the truck was, brand new, looked real pretty, bright yellow Peterbilt, like, what is the transformer? Parked that truck right up there on top of that hill, and we went out to lunch. We went out to dinner. I get a phone call from the police. That truck rolled off top of this hill, right where my neighbor's house is, because there was no house there. Rolled off my neighbor's house, and into these trees right here in front of my house. Kids always, my house is the house that the kids come to, because I had the basketball court, everything. Kids could have been up there playing. Would have got ran over by a truck. Ain't nothing in my heart of hearts not telling me that man did not put that truck in park. He intentionally rolled that truck off that hill. Nothing's going to not tell me that. Another insurance claim. He had bought a truck that basically went under my company at another time. This was all after the fact. So again, this is all where God was saying, this is a wrap it up, go on and get. Another Peterbilt. And lo and behold, guess what? My insurance at this point in time, like this person is running me up and insurance and everything else. Still, me having to, suffer and pay for this later on, even going through it. But he pulls up at another lot, and ain't nothing gonna tell me that they didn't set that truck on fire. And then you know what ended up happening after that? He was mad because somehow, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt happy about it. He was mad because it was his truck, but bitch, I feel like you was trying to set me up again because something happened in the insurance and I either didn't change it or insurance company, the lady, because my insurance lady, she was on it. Like she started now questioning me like, are you sure that this man is not trying to, da 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 da. So something that happened that literally didn't get the insurance on this truck at the time, and then they set this motherfucker on fire because everything in me tells me that he was trying to do another insurance claim on me for me to be set up for, like it was a bunch of weird stuff that just started happening. And like I said, I don't regret moving here. I don't regret, doing my business. I don't like, because you have to learn. But again, my independence comes from stuff that has happened, and people can say, well, she overly independent, this, that, and the third, because like he tried to curse me. That's what he said. That's nothing but a curse. You're never gonna get a man because you're too independent. Um, I don't want no man like you because everything that happened, it was God told you to teach, help me, and not touch me. But meanwhile, you went against everything that you said, God told you to do in the end. So when it was time for it to be over and done with, it was time for it to be over and done with. But meanwhile, instead of this person walking away, peacefully and letting it go, they basically wanted to destroy me because they didn't like the position that, I got in, I was put in after the fact. They wanted to see me crumble or cry or, whatever it was, but not realizing that that was my work. Like, I granted that person showed me the thing, but all the blood, sweat, tears, the middle of the night, me crying, that was all me. A person will try to take everything from you and act as if like they were the ones that put you in position. No. You can show me something, that don't mean you put me anywhere. That's between me and God. All the work that got done, all the knowledge, all the information, all the shit that got tore up. So I don't understand why sometimes people will try to take credit for something that they had nothing to do with. Just because you introduce a person to something don't mean that you are now able to try to influence their life better or for worse. But in the end, that also shows that they had no good intentions even from the beginning. So some people want control. That person definitely wanted the control. They needed me to depend on them, and that's why when it started looking like there was no, I'm not dependent upon them, then all of a sudden they were mad at me. They wanted to control everything that happened from that point on. But meanwhile, their initial goal, they said, was for me to be independent. I got another story from somebody else that told me this a long time ago. I want you to be, I'm going to make it so you don't have to depend on me or anybody else. But do you know what happens every time they make it so, or they, show me anything to make it so I don't have to depend on them? They try to burn my life down to the ground. Every time. And so with that being said, discernment is the ability to see the truth beneath the appearance. They want to be able to control. That's the outcome. Some people know that your gift, your talents, you as a person is rare. You, as you come, your essence, your energy. And so they will try to insert themselves into your system, but also because I was going to learn it either way, because like I said, I had already talked to my children's father about that. We were already going to do it. Now I may not have done it, in that way. I may not have done it, was able to do it that fast or anything else. I don't know what God would have done. The fact of the matter is a person can recognize your energy. And this is also the reason why, even when they started trying to damage and bring shit down, it didn't affect me the way that they wanted it to affect me, because they were literally trying to damage my whole entire image, business, everything. And so even after, what ended up happening was their shit got shut down and I was still having mine. And so again, sometimes, when I say it's their test, their journey, whether or not they do right or wrong is up to them. you still have to be, upstanding and right, even in the midst of everything that you do. So even when people do you wrong, this is your test. How are you gonna, come through it? Are you gonna do the right thing, or are you gonna do what they do and do the wrong thing? Because they're on their test and their journey. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Yes, it's directed at you, but what are you gonna do with this? And so that's the thing. I feel like I passed with flying colors, but maybe the person feels like, even to this day, I'm still trying to figure out why this person's mail still comes here. My mailbox has been written on multiple times, because all of a sudden my mail was missing. Their mail coming here, the last person mail, everybody. So maybe that might be the last, determining factor. They're still mad that I'm in the house that they all felt like they had, something to do with. And then, I got married and another person was, here and this, that, and the third. But this is the thing. Why are people mad when they don't treat you right? Why would people feel any type of way when they had no good intentions for you anyway? They were trying to figure out how to use or how to manipulate. How could you be of some type of value, and it don't even matter about your name? And that's why I fought so hard, because my business was my name. It was mine. So why would I allow you to run my name in the dirt when they didn't open and close so many trucking companies? And then come to find out, the other thing was when DOT, because DOT ended up getting involved. And so DOT ended up getting involved to the tune of that they were thinking that, and it just so happened that, thank God that I stayed so far away, because, even in the midst of, because somebody else wouldn't even know. They wouldn't have maybe even looked. But when DOT got involved, it was at least 5 companies, because they went to that lady's company. She had shut her company down, started under a different name, did all of these extra things. Mind you, I still got a whole file of they ass, right? Because we had started going into the shit. Finding out how many companies they had actually accessed, got shut down for not doing the right thing. But instead of them doing the right thing under one company, they just would ditch it and do something else. That's against the law. So when DOT got involved, DOT pulled all the trucking companies, every one of them. And they let them know that if this crossed over, or if this person, you can't go work here. So I think by the time it was done, certain people couldn't go work in certain places because they were trying to track who they was going to charge, I'm guessing. And because then the brother, had a situation. Listen, this shit was so shady that a lot of the trucks look the same. Not mine, but a lot of the trucks look the same. They wasn't paying tags and things of that nature, because them tags be high as fuck. So like, it would be a tag and it would be put on this truck or this. Mind you, the shit worked. Like, DOT was not checking them trucks, because I was in one of them trucks at one point in time. Literally, we went from this place to this place, and I was bringing one of the trucks back, and I was in the back seat. They was in the, they were driving, and the paperwork documentation that they gave that officer definitely wasn't the documentation for that truck. And mind you, they never cared. Like, I would never want to do some shit like that, but literally a lot of the shit works. They're not checking these trucks and things of that nature. And so my last straw, even with the person, one was that fucking GBI shit. But not only that, another time, like, they have no regard for the law. Like, they don't give a fuck about the law, like, for real. And one night we had where was we going? I don't know if we was coming through Louisiana or we was coming from. Anyway, the shit that got me was, I'm telling him to slow down where he's going through. He's speeding through this place. And I'm saying, you need to slow down. I don't know what was up with him, but he was a little bit teed off or something, whatever, right? It was one of the, I think it was the white Freightliner. And when we first got the white Freightliner, my aunt had called, and it came from airstrip that she found it at, and they had it going back and forth into Canada. It was taking planes and shit. So something was in the front. I think the dash or something we had to fix, because they had pulled it down to do some stuff. I don't know, right? But I hadn't fixed it yet, right? And you could clearly look behind it. So I'm telling him to slow down. He don't slow down. Fucking DOT pulls us over. So instead of he complaining he got a headache, and this is another thing, this person just did not give a damn. He's complaining he got a headache. I'm right here, so you gotta watch truck drivers because again they was apparently when they be doing whatever. Mind you, I never thought that about him because he never gave that vibe, but people be giving all types of vibes, right? So I ain't saying yay or nay. All I'm saying was anytime that I sent his ass to get tested, he did, and they was on random like they were supposed to be. So this particular moment, he pulls over. The cop comes to his door, and the cop tells him, I need the license, all this other stuff. He tells him, fuck him. Like, what you pull me over for? Like, he literally is going crazy. He gets out the truck and walks into the store. I'm confused because are we getting pulled over or are we getting ready to get shot? Because what the hell? Cop says nothing. Lets him just walk off into the store. Mind you, he's the driver. I'm in the passenger seat. Cop goes back to his car, gets on the radio. I guess he's calling for whoever he's calling for. Mind you, this nigga just did whatever he did. I didn't do anything. The cop comes to my door. I opened the door politely like I'm supposed to. He pulls a gun on me. Why am I getting a gun pulled on me? So I look down. He's holding a gun. Ma'am, do you mind if I search your truck? You can't search shit. I ain't say that, but no, you can't search my truck. What you want to search my truck for? Like, you need to be talking to the man that just walked up, because I was even confused. Like, how did you just do that? And why did you just do that? So I guess the fact that he had by the time they came back, I guess they, needed to figure out, and then he ends up, just we leaving. But how do I get a gun pulled on me and I wasn't the one driving? I wasn't the one that told you F you. I completely complied and opened the door. I did tell you to search my. Why would you need to do that? We already get pulled over for a speeding ticket. You don't need to go through all that. He's asking me, why is my truck? Why is the dash off? I just bought it. It came from, I gave him all the information where it came from. So that's it. Like, it's nothing wrong other than this nigga. Because I was confused. So then that made me now want to cuss his ass out, because why are you doing that? Why did you do that in the midst of us being pulled over to the tune of now I got a gun being pulled on me? Anyway, gaining independence can make you vulnerable. Whoever helps you during that transition can influence or even shape you or even try to control you. So even now, a lot of people going through a lot of transitions, a lot of, differences, a lot of different things, and, mentally, physically, spiritually, including myself. I just literally got online and said the other day that, she's growing again, and I don't know, what is going to be the midst of it or in the midst of it, but it's happening. I can feel it. At least now I'm better controlling the glitches, but I am very much aware that I'm in the middle of a glitch right now. So that's why I'm being very honest and even saying it. But this is also where I'm having to pay attention, because what is the influence? Because I done been influenced in many different ways. Apparently God also showing me that I'm getting ready to shift your life another way. Because every time somebody shows up or every time something happens, maybe somebody trying to de-influence you from going this way or influence you to going this way. Because again, that person showed me that. They taught me the ins and outs. Whether it was wrong or right, they showed me something that changed my life. And I was in trucking for 10 years. And the only reason why I'm not in trucking right now is because I got in an accident. Somebody hit me and it messed up my knee. I can, like I said, go in trucking into a different way, but not the way that it would help me. And basically, it's stressful right now. So based off of everything that I feel, I don't know if that would be the way, or what I would want to do. I said I want to do streaming. I want to do content creating. So again, this is the thing. Something is happening right now in the system that is influencing. How? Which way? What is it for? So gaining independence can make you vulnerable. Whoever helps you during that transition can influence you, shape you, or even control you. True freedom requires discernment. Like, is this my pathway? Is this my true pathway? Is this really what I want to do? Or do I want to just do something else? Do I just want to be a nigga wife? Do I just want to be, you know, whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whatever you're questioning, whatever your job is, whatever, it's like being at a crossroads right now. That's basically what this is giving. A crossroads happening. So, true freedom requires discernment. Excuse me. Knowing who is genuinely empowering you versus who is repositioning themselves over you. So think about the people that are trying to come in, or the people that you are you know, getting to know. I don't know if I'm getting to know anybody or not, but either way, I definitely feel a new energy. I feel a different energy. So there is that. Freedom without discernment can turn into a new form of bondage. And do you need that? Do you want that? Because how are you being directed? How are you being guided? How are you being led? And mind you, like I said, right now it's just been whatever I'm doing here, and also trying to figure out what I want to do on shop, because literally I like doing the you know, TikTok shop, things of that nature. I love doing that. So how is that, you know, maybe influencing me in a way? But also we're about to go through another transition, even, you know, with a lot of the things on platforms. And also, so depending upon what you're going through, who you are this moment in time, how is this going to play out for you? So hopefully this message helps, and, you know, hopefully my story was a good one. And maybe it helped, maybe it didn't, but that's what happened to me. So we're off on, you know, a new pathway, I guess, or the same pathway, just new situations, and still having discernment as to how I want to do it, or how you want to do it, or what's about to be done. So take it how it resonates, and I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let me go over here and let me talk to y'all first real quick, because I seen a lot of people talking and I didn't get a chance to, because I didn't want to get off track on the story, because it's a lot. Mind you, it's a whole lot more than that. Like, definitely some juice in the midst of some juice. But y'all, I'm loving my little clicker thing, period. I gotta figure out how it worked though. Let me see where y'all at. Where is y'all at? Hey. Thank y'all. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's see what we got going on. I want to know, is it snowing where y'all are? Because they said we were supposed to be having some weather things about to happen too. Viewer channel. Let me go back. Jermaine, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. So life lessons they never teach you. Be careful who helps you gain independence. You got to have some discernment, because people will show up in all forms and fashion saying that I'm here to help you. Meanwhile, they could be technically definitely there to help themselves, okay? Because people definitely do that. So, your friend farming 758. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. K's Light 1148. I needed to hear this. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Kimberly, it's a fascinating story. I appreciate your honesty and insight. New subby. Thank you. Honda quality car. You ain't never lied. Like Acura and Honda. Like honestly, that's really what I keep saying Audi, right? But I could keep a Honda and a Acura for forever. But I'm gonna try. I want to try Audi. I definitely want a new car, y'all. I got to figure out, you know, what to do and how to get one. But if I stay online for 30 days, like DDG said, stream for 30 days, I might be able to get one. So would y'all watch if I stream for 30 days straight? What the hell would I do if I stream for 30 days straight? Is that even possible? Like for me, because I be trying to do so much other stuff, and like, then what would that actually do to me if I did that? If I stream for 30 days, would that be would I be able to afford a car after that? Y'all think? Let's see. Kim Meeks, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Angela Gretch, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, Kimberly said, "Yeah, I'm scared to let people help me like that." Girl, listen, God, if God told them, if God tells somebody to help you, girl, just take the help, okay? Just have discernment, like I said, because you already seen it. But mind you, that person did so much. I ain't gonna lie to you. But they did so much on both ends. So not all bad, but also not all good. Like, so I ain't got no complaints. A lot of the stuff, like I probably could have stopped ahead of time, but you know, I kept being all the way too far, all the way in. And I had a lot of good times, had a lot of great vacations, had a lot of, I mean, I had a lot of great first experiences with that person too. So it wasn't all bad. But the bad was bad. So I ain't gonna lie to you. They definitely tried to drag me to the white meat. Um, Michael Ellison, hi, thank you. Or is it Michelle? It's Michael. Michael, hello. Katrina, hey girl. Kamik, Italian chicken something. Hold on, where you go? Oh, he said, look at my baby. Thank you. Where my taco? Listen, somebody was talking about some tacos yesterday. Somebody said take that nigga to court. I did took him to court. Shit, I was not joking. I was mad as fuck. Especially you playing around too. My aunt just came and spent that money down, and I ain't have like how the fuck I'm gonna get that back? Um, See things happen to my brother's truck. Same thing happening to my brother's truck. I feel like all of them motherfuckers working. Oh, and Georgia, let me let you know, you ain't never lied, cause it be like little gangs of trucking little people, and if they like you, they like you. If not, guess what? Chop shop, cause little they chop shop. Like when I say it was worse than the chop shop, the cop was saying because it's something that's in the tires. The cop said, "Damn, they took that too." Like, yo, when I tell you they put my shit on bricks, they put my shit on bricks. This nigga was not playing with me. So, but mind you, I did nothing to the person but question what the hell they was doing. So that's why I'm telling you, like, people don't be having good intentions, especially when, you know, you look stupid. You just supposed to be quiet and keep being stupid. But I wasn't just being stupid. I was learning, and I had other people that was helping me, you know, pay attention and this, that, and the third, and they didn't like that. They liked the whole thing of being, you know, isolation. Like, literally, I kid you not, a month after I got here, this nigga changed up on me. Because it was almost like he got me on his territory, and well, I can't even say a month after, because like I said, as soon as he got me here, he talking about, I'm moving in with you. You wasn't supposed to move in with me. It was just supposed to be me and the boys. So, you know, we might would have found out a whole lot faster if I had said no then, but I didn't say nothing. I just let them do what they was doing. We got good morning, my beautiful queen. Dr. Jonathan, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Y'all, I just want to show y'all this for real. Look at this. This thing is definitely running up the likes, okay? And this is what everybody needs for real, because then you ain't even got to do it. So I wonder if I should, y'all need me to pin this thing right here so y'all can see this. Because literally, let me go ahead, because I think y'all need to see this. I'm going to go ahead and pin it right here. Let me see if I can find it. Because at this point, I feel like it's doing its job. And if you a person that be over here love and you don't want to just do it for yourself, then just get this. Mind you, let me go ahead and put this right here. It's on TikTok, y'all, just so y'all know. Let me go ahead and put this in here, because I had to get it to see it for myself before I even decided to say. And mind you, I paid for this, so I got tired of just wanting to have to say, well, like the live. This way you can like the live, and you can actually just listen to the live and not even have to worry about, you know, putting your hands on nothing. It's just going to like the live, you know, for you. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out, you know, what I got to do to get in the mix of whatever's happening on this platform. Because like I said, I really want to be here. I really want to do all the things that, you know, they're saying streaming and things of that nature bring to you. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to really get involved in, learn, and actually do. Let me see. So if y'all, you know, wish to help the channel, go ahead and get you one of them. Go ahead and let me see. Let me see. Where we at? Where you at, ma'am, sir? Why all of a sudden now that I want you to pop up, now all of a sudden you can't pop up? But I actually really like, because y'all, the whole time it's been sitting here, that's what I was messing with, trying to see if it was gonna work, and it's definitely clicking all by itself. So I ain't even gotta do nothing. Why am I not finding it? You from Boston? German Norcross High. Thank you. Yep, y'all can double tap. I'm wondering if it's gonna work over there. I'm gonna have to get another one, see if I can put it on YouTube too, and see if it'll work over there. Let me see if I can get one. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. So I might have to order another one of these. But this is on a TikTok shop, so just in case y'all need to know. And my TikTok is Golden Girl 302, just so y'all know. Did it stop? Where is it at? It should not even be that far down. Like, see, this is what happens when you're trying to find something, then all of a sudden it don't want to show up. But literally, it was right there at the top from the beginning. But now that I want y'all to be able to see it, now it's elusive. It's elusive to the system. Alright, maybe that might just be the sign, don't put it on there. Alright, well, we're not even gonna worry about it. But anyway, so I'm gonna eventually, it's literally like doing it on its own. So let me see. It say, I'm wondering if that was the minutes, because I was trying to figure out how it actually works. But this is literally in my TikTok shop. So if this is something that you're looking forward to, that way you can actually kind of assist without even having to do anything. I really was trying to find it because it's just literally like in the live all by itself. Now ain't that something? But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Hopefully y'all have, the day y'all deserve, and so will I, and we'll be back. But now y'all know, I definitely got my clicker on the case. Chico, you see that? Y'all see that thing hitting there? Period. If y'all can, go in the TikTok shop and get one of these. Go to my TikTok shop and get it, please and thank you. That way you ain't even gotta do nothing. You can just sit and listen to me, have a bunch of shenanigans all day long, and and like the live for you. All right, so I'm hyped. I'll see y'all shortly. I love y'all and thank y'all. And tell me about my 30-day stream, y'all. For real, for real. Y'all, would y'all watch it if I had a 30? I ain't saying I'm gonna do it, but if I had one, would y'all watch it? Cause I gotta figure out how I gotta get this money by tomorrow, okay? So if I do a 30-day stream, y'all gonna come in and watch and all that other stuff, or maybe if I do a day stream, how about that? But 30 days is a lot. That man said he told that girl in order to get a G-Wagon, she got to stream for 30 days straight. I don't need a G-Wagon. I just need to make sure that I got the money for the mortgage, and to make sure that I can get another car. So, will 30 days straight get me that? Because if that's what I got to do, I might just have to go ahead and, get out here and do what I got to do, okay? Because we got to make something